Kyle's running his bead for his install on this 2011 Toyota Sienna. And as you can imagine, the size of this windshield and the amount of surface area you have to place your urethane, you have to get these windshields placed just right. If you hit a little bit early or you hit low and you roll that bead, you're going to have wind noises, you're going to have water leaks. Regardless of how pretty of a bead you can run, there's always a potential to have these issues if you don't get the glass placed correctly. That is a pretty bead, Kyle.
Thank you.
You can see that his bead height is perfect, equal to the height of the roof line, just as it should be. And you can see the contour around the corners. And when he goes to drop that in, his profile and his molding is going to land perfect. He's not going to have any issues with roll. He's going to go grab his windshield. It looks like Kyle likes to put his cup around the middle of the driver's side. But here again, it's whatever you're comfortable with as the end user. But as he places his glass into the Rolladeck tool, you can see all the weight transfers directly to the tool. The antenna wire or heater wire is really not an issue because of the rollers. It just rolls right through. Pretend like I'm not even here, Kyle. And he's got the weight done. It's down in the opening. That's a pretty darn good set. You didn't roll the bead anywhere. I mean,
just press it in, tape it up.
All right, good job. Well, you say that's tenfold times easier than trying to set without a Rolladeck tool.
Oh yeah, and I'm not worrying. I'm taking my time. Not worrying about it. Sliding down, anything like that.
You're not worried about
one side or the other sliding down.
Not worried about rolling your bead or anything.
You don't have to worry. A little more relaxing. Instead of running around, running back and forth.
And how does that back feel?
It's so much easier doing it that way. I really wasn't holding any weight, and I can use my forearm to kind of just guide here instead of using this.
Right.
Just using right here. It's a lot easier.
So it gives you 2 points of contact, so you're not worried about your reference points, not worried about whether you're getting it lined up correctly or not.
Yeah.
So when you're breaking the plane,
well, setting from that side, you can kind of look down at the vent plate, look up the side. You just have your guide points.
When he's done, he just unbolts it, lifts the glass, pulls the tool out, and drops it in place. You could do it that way, or you can loosen the set screws and slide it down, whatever your choice is. But the tool has to come off of the vehicle anyway.
It depends on what vehicle it is. This vehicle, you don't really have to lift the glass up much to get it out of there. Otherwise, you would want to loosen these and drop it out of the way.
Right. Awesome. Well, thank you, Kyle, for allowing me to come over and catch you on film doing this. And good job, sir.
Thank you very much for coming out.
And
thank you for the tool.
Oh, thank you for buying the tool.
Yeah, saved my back in the long run.
Now, what do you think, I imagine a lot of people probably have this concern about price. the price compared to other products, you would say it's still, compared to our leading competitor, it's still about 20 or 30% less expensive than our leading competitor, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
compared to there's other sitting tools that are
much more expensive.
Expensive. So.
Now, what about cost of ownership? Now, when I say cost of ownership, you know, like when you buy a car, how much it costs to get your oil change or get your, 50,000 miles, you got to do the transmission service, you got cost of fuel and things like that.
Anything you're going to have to fix on this is really, basic here. What are you going to do? You're going to wear out the wheels?
Mm-hmm. And
I don't know how much.
How long have you been using this tool, Kyle? You've been using it almost a year now, haven't you?
Yeah, about a year.
Well, let's take a look at those wheels. Do you see any significant wear on those wheels anywhere? No. Any digs or gouges or anything?
A little bit of dirt.
Just a little bit of dirt.
Yeah.
So, in your opinion, after a year, with really no significant wear whatsoever, this tool should last someone pretty much indefinitely, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Without it, so it's perfectly maintenance free. You'll never need to do anything.
Yeah. No. I mean, you can't break anything on it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were to cross-shred something, that's kind of your own fault.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's about the only things you could do to mess it up.
Right. So so it's pretty much foolproof and pretty much maintenance free then, you would say.
Yep.
Yeah.
Simple.
Well, again, thank you for your time.
Yep.